Minister, fluent speakers are often elders who may find going back to school to teach a difficult thing. Some would not like to see the inside of a classroom either due to their residential school experience. How will this money bring the real experts into the classroom?
Well, we are being very flexible around getting fluent speakers into classrooms, and we want to be flexible and not necessarily certified teachers. We know that fluent speakers are often elders and often older women or people who have just retired, and they're not going back to university. But so the Canadian Indigenous Language Development Institute is very wide open. I went to visit their classes at the University of Alberta this summer, and there's people from all over. And I don't think maybe a couple were teachers, but it was other people just showing an interest. And you saw lots of different language groups there as well. People coming from Saskatchewan, Northwest Territories, Alberta. And I think it's a great way. We know that culture resides in language most strongly and most importantly. And we believe that people taking an interest in speaking First Nation languages is a great way back to the road to stability and a good active culture.
Is the goal to teach just one dialect of Cree or Blackfoot, or are there more?
Oh no! We leave it wide open to where the interest lies, and of course, in different places in geography, you find different dialects, of course, and we want to keep it wide open. And this is conversation. This is spoken language, so. It's up to the teachers to be working with what they have available to them. Yeah, we have some Cree curriculum as well, and we're interested in sort of a combination. So investing in language, I haven't seen any downside to it. And, lots of people say, oh, well, nobody speaks conversational First Nations languages anymore, but that's not true. And you can actually bring back languages too by creating interest and investing money and resources.
Minister, what about curriculum development and resources for each grade level? How will this money benefit the creation of resources?
Well, that's a separate enterprise that we are involved in. The curriculum program in Alberta is a very big deal. We have a First Nations, Métis, and Inuit division in Alberta Education that we spend about $37 million on. So it's a much bigger enterprise, and they are producing curriculum in each grade level across each subject level too. So the grant for teaching language is much more modest, but it's also much more flexible, so that, and as I say, anybody who takes an interest and wants to work in a school can do so.
Now, is the goal of the funding, is it open to all students or just Indigenous?
No, anybody. It's for people who take an interest and sign up to the Indigenous Language Institute, like we have a branch in Edmonton here, then it's wide open. So I saw lots of people from all over doing this and from different backgrounds, and I'm looking for enthusiasm first, and language and culture as well.
Alberta Education Minister David Eggen joining CFWE this afternoon. Minister, how will you measure the success of this investment? Tell us, what benchmarks must those receiving the dollars meet?
Well, we watch closely to see language programming over time in all of our schools across the province. I have a special interest in the North because, of course, Northland School Division will be back in democratically elected trustees in the fall, and I know that there's an area of great need there, and we have lots of people who are speaking Cree conversationally up there. Down in the south, there's a lot of interest in revitalizing Blackfoot language, and we know that schools are open to doing so, and I will be measuring based on how many programs I can see popping up, just like gophers on the prairie, It should be good. Language, like I say, is the key to culture, and it's a key for respect and confidence for students too. If they can see themselves in the curriculum, they can see themselves in their school, they can hear their home language being spoken in schools and you're learning it, that's just like pure gold for confidence, for respect for tradition and culture, and that means that more kids will graduate, go to school, and be successful.